Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Kamala Olivia. I'm the owner of Glow Refinery Studios in Hollywood, Florida. Also Kamala Olivia Beauty. I'm a licensed esthetician and permanent makeup artist. Today I wanted to discuss when is the right time for you to go solo. Should you go right after you graduate school? Should you work for someone before going out on your own? There are so many things that needs to be factored in before making that decision because it is a big decision. So if you guys want to know what I did or what I recommend, stay tuned. Okay, welcome back you guys. First thing, for me, I went solo right out of esthetician school. I knew what I wanted. I dedicated so many hours of learning different modalities. I attended umpteen amount of courses online, in person, dermaplane, microgarden. I felt like I needed to learn so much more than what was taught at my school. Unfortunately, like so many of you, my school was no different. I was taught the bare minimum and was left to pretty much fend for myself. So I took it up on myself to get the proper education, and you only get that when you pay for these courses. So don't look at, learning different modalities as an expense. Look at it as an investment, because then you're way more comfortable when you're offering these services. And your clients can tell if you're a newbie, if you don't know what you're doing, they know. They may not say it, but they know. So taking these extra courses helps to build confidence, which in turn builds a great client-artist relationship. When you graduate esthetician school and you decide to go out on your own, you have no clients. My suggestion, if this is the route that you know for sure that you want to take, while you're training, do services on family, offer free services on your friend or discounted, highly discounted services, because at the end of the day, you're using products and products cost money. However, if people aren't willing to pay because they don't trust you, that's understandable. Do these services for free so that you can build your social media portfolio. People like before and after results. That helps them to trust you with their skin. So for me, the number one thing that you should ask yourself is, do I have a clientele? Or do I know how I am going to get people through my door? Because you can rent a suite, you can rent a room from wherever, but if you have no clients, how are you going to pay that rent? So make sure you know where you're getting your clients from. That's why I suggest while you're in school, start working on your portfolio so that people can see before and after pictures and they can trust you during that 3 or 6 months or however long it takes you to complete your training. So the next thing I wanted to discuss, which I kind of did a little bit, is how much do you know? Are you educated? Do you know about different ingredients? Do you know about different skin conditions? If you're not confident in these areas, there is no reason why you need to go solo. I know it's a buzz because you feel you're going to make the most money as a solo esthetician. One, yes, that is possible. You can make 5-6 figures in a month. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to retain those customers. So make sure you educate yourself. Education is key to maintaining your business and keeping those clients. So another pro in going solo, of course, is stability, work stability. You're your own boss, which means that you're responsible for everything that happens in your business. You're responsible for liabilities. If anyone wants to sue you, it comes back to you. You won't have a boss that you're going to run to and say, hey, this happened. How should I take care of this? You need to know. So in addition to, being the artist, the esthetician, you also are manager, you're janitor, you're everything. You're your own accountant, unless you can afford one. You're having to seek legal advice. These things cost money, so you need to factor in all these things before you dive into becoming a solo esthetician. Flexibility So that's another pro in becoming a solo esthetician. You have a lot of flexibility, but you also need to know in those first months or that first year or a couple of years, you have to put the work in to build those clientele. So you may not be taking a vacation anytime soon because you need to be building your clientele, which means that you need to be available for when people need to come in. Once you have enough clientele, then you can kind of, structure your schedule to what works for you. Also, going solo. This is what a lot of people forget. Yes, you have a lot of flexibility, but if you don't work, you don't get paid. Do I need to repeat that? If you do not work, you do not get paid. And if you're not getting paid, you cannot pay your bills. And you're back to square one. You may have to go and take on a part-time job or a full-time job to make up in those areas where you're not making money as an esthetician. So keep that in mind. If you don't work, you're not getting paid. If you don't get paid, you don't have money. You cannot sustain yourself. Other things that you need to factor in is bad reviews, customer dissatisfaction. You're going to get those. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to please everyone as much as you try. As great as an esthetician that you are, there are just some people that are not going to be satisfied regardless of how great of a service you give. You need to know how to respond to those bad reviews professionally. Always turn a bad review into a positive review with your response. So those are things that you're going to have to work on, how to respond professionally so that it helps to promote your business, it helps to build your business. People are going to see that negative review, but then they're going to see your response, and your response is probably what is going to bring you in a new client. So learn how to respond. As much as you want to drag somebody, don't do it. Try to take the personal feelings out of it and respond professionally so that you can maintain the integrity of your business. Okay? Don't drag Nene and them when they come in and try to, dupe you out of a service. Or they come in and they get a full service and then they do a chargeback saying that they didn't get the service. Don't respond the way they do. When they go low, you go high, because remember, it's your business. And if people feel like you're aggressive, that is not going to be attractive, and they don't want to do business with anyone that they feel is going to be aggressive or combative towards them. So always take that negative review, spin it, and make it into something positive that makes your business and yourself look good. The most important thing, and I felt like I should have said this in the beginning, is capital. You are funding your business. Oftentimes you can go and you can take out a bank loan. If you have a rich uncle or a rich mommy and daddy that's going to foot the bill for your equipment, for your lease for like the first 6 months or a year, then kudos to you. I funded my business on my own. I used my savings. Throughout my journey, I learned and started to apply for business grants, which I do have a list of business grants that you can apply to. And the more business grants that you apply to, the better your chances are of getting one. I've gotten several business grants in funds and in equipment. Everything helps. I'm going to add the list of grants in the description area so that you guys can take a look at it if you want to check it out and purchase that. I highly suggest that you do that because it's a one-stop shop. You go and you see all these, I think I have over 50 different grants on the list, and I'm constantly adding more as time goes on, and I find out about other grants available to small business owners and large business owners. My point is, you need to be sure that you have enough funding to cover your business for at least the first year, because there's no guarantee that you're going to get an influx of customers when you open your doors. Marketing is key, and you can use some of that fund to do marketing, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads. Those things are extremely helpful, and I highly suggest that you do that. In addition to flyers, word of mouth is key. Once you get a client in, try not to let that client leave without you rebooking them. Give them the best service so that they can use that as a way of recommending new people to come into you. The best marketing tool is word of mouth. So provide the best service, and your clients, they will speak for you. Different personalities. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to get along with everyone. It's just it's the truth. There will be personality clash. Whether you are able to be cordial and inviting and, you know, work with all different types of personalities, doesn't mean that that personality that's coming in that you can easily work with will be able to work with you. So you need to be prepared for different personalities and how to deal with those different personalities. I highly suggest doing self-help books, taking different courses, network, because that's the best way to like engage with different types of people, where you're going to meet different types of personalities, and that way you can kind of use those networking events as a way of, you know, improving your social skills for when you have clients that come in with, you know, similar personalities of those that you've encountered in different types of networking settings. So use networking settings as a way of learning how to deal with different personalities, and also helps you to be more confident if you're not a confident person. People will essentially also help to refer business, you know, refer people to your business. So the more people you know, the greater your chances are of getting a referral. Have a website. One, you need a landing page so that people can go on and book. It looks professional. It is professional. And on that landing page on your website, you need to have a cancellation policy. There are people that do like a 24-hour cancellation policy, 48-hour cancellation policy, where they charge you either the deposit or they charge you 99% of what the service is. I know for myself, I charge 99% of what the service costs, not 100%, because the service was not rendered, but the service was canceled in insufficient time. If you don't cancel your appointment within 24 hours or 48 hours for some people, then you are within your right to charge that, because that is an appointment time that someone else could have had. And you need to kind of be mindful, because sometimes emergencies do happen. So I tend to work with people on a case-by-case basis. But if it's like a repetitive, you know, late shower or no shower, then yes, it's important for you to have those cancellation policies in place to protect you and to protect your business. Have those policies in clear view so that there are no misunderstanding. If someone tries to do a chargeback, you can always show the bank or your POS processor your cancellation policy, and also make sure that whatever booking system you're using, I use Acuity because it gives me so many options to add forms for my clients to fill in prior to booking their appointments. When they book their appointments, I have them fill out and answer questions that protects me. I highlight my cancellation policy. I highlight my deposit that I require for booking. These are things that you need to put in place to protect you, to protect your business. One last thing that I do want to say is be confident. If you're not confident in yourself, no one's going to take you seriously, especially as a new esthetician. If you're not confident, if you don't show, the most important way to show confidence is to educate your clients. When you post on social media, don't just post a before and after picture. Post a before and after picture educating what service you did, what the results are, why, you know, just educate your clients. Let them know so that they can learn. When they're learning from you, they feel they trust you more. They want to come and get serviced by you. So educate when you post on social media. When you're responding to a client, when you're responding to a lead, always try to educate. Let them feel like they took away something, even if it's, you know, reapply your SPF every 2 hours. A lot of people don't know that. So try to, like, as much as you can, educate, because once people trust you, they'll come back to you, they'll refer you. So for me, I felt like I knew that I wanted to go solo because I was confident in what I was doing. I educated myself. I continuously educate myself. Even now, I do refresher courses. I take multiple of the same courses just so that I can learn different techniques and so that I can be more confident in the service that I'm providing. And when I'm telling someone something, I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm not just rambling just to talk. So Think about all these things before you go solo, the pros, the cons. Make the decision that is right for you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with working with other estheticians and working for like a medical office. It teaches you a lot. Use that to help you make your decision. It's not easy running your own business, and that's something that you got to be mindful about. A lot of people won't tell you that. A lot of estheticians won't tell you that. It is hard work, but it can be done. Just make sure when you make the decision, you're prepared for everything that comes with it. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you guys have any questions, I am always willing to help. I respond to your comments as much as I can. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, for trusting the information that I'm giving to you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, bye.